Hi everybody, happy fall time. It's time to start making all of our fall projects and get ready to decorate our homes. And today we're going to make some sweater pumpkins. I went to the thrift store and I bought several sweaters at the thrift store. They were 50% off. I got them for $1.50 each. And so we're going to cut off the sleeve and then cut a sleeve in half. This portion of the sleeve will actually make 2 pumpkins. I took some Dollar Tree hair ties, used one. I turned the sleeve inside out, and then with my hair tie, I wrapped one of the edges closed tight. Now for added security, I like to add glue to my edges just to make sure that it doesn't come open, but this is really not necessary because I've made several of these without the glue and they don't come apart, but this is just me being my over security type of person that I am. So if you do use the glue, make sure that it's completely dry, of course, before going to the next step, and be careful not to burn yourself. Okay, once it's dry, you're going to turn your sleeve right side out. And then also at the Dollar Tree, I picked up this bag of beans. This bag of beans you can use for about 3 or 4 pumpkins. The beads help in distributing some weight at the bottom and giving it a firm way to sit on your table. Now the next step requires a little bit of sewing, so don't leave me here, okay? I promise it's really easy sewing. I used a real strong thread, it's an upholstery thread, and a really large embroidery needle, as you can see. So it's really easy to thread this needle. And the stitch that I'm going to do all the way around the top is a basic basting stitch. You go in and out, all the way around. Very simple. Probably takes a minute to do. Once I get this done with the stitching, it's time to add my batting. Now, if you don't have any batting at home, if you have an old pillow that's worn out or something, you want to get rid of it, just tear that pillow open and use the batting inside, the filler. If you do have batting, then go ahead and use the batting like I'm doing here. And just continue to stuff until you get like the shape or the size that you're looking for your pumpkin. And I just keep cinching it in the middle to see, do I want it fuller? And yes, I decide to add a little bit more. See how I keep pushing on it to try to see, well, do I want it fatter or do I want it a taller pumpkin? It just depends on what you're going for the look. So add your stuffing, and then once you're all done, you're going to completely pull the threads to cinch it and then tie about 2 or 3 knots just to close up the top. Now there will be a little hole at the top. Don't worry about this. You will not be able to see it. That's actually where we're going to put the stem, okay? And so I tied it about 3 times here. And then now here, I think I'm actually making another knot. Now I'm just checking to see if it's full enough. Here we go. I'm going to make another knot. Okay, so now stick the needle down through the top and pull out the bottom. Then wrap it around and then go down the top and out through the bottom again. Down the top, out through the bottom, and pull. And that's going to make the start of one of your sections of the pumpkin. I usually do about 5 sections on my pumpkins. My larger pumpkins, I've done as many as 8 or 9. Here I'm running out of thread, so I'm just tying this one off, and then I'm going to rethread my needle and continue finishing up all the rest of the sections. It's very, very easy. See, my little pumpkin is starting to form now. That's why I like to use a large needle like this, because it goes all the way through the pumpkin very easily. It's easy to find. Okay, there we go. Isn't that precious? What a cute little pumpkin. Now for my stems, I decided I was going to use some cinnamon sticks. You can use whatever you'd like. You can use twine, build it up, wrap it around some cardboard or something, or you can use a stick in your backyard. But I happen to have these cinnamon sticks, so I just cut one, and they smell really pretty too. I put a dollop of glue at the end and just stuck that down in the hole, and there you have it, a stem. And at the Dollar Tree, I also picked up these burlap leaves here, as well as this raffia. And I just take some of the raffia and I tie it in a knot. And then I'm going to place this over the top of the cinnamon stick. And then I apply glue down at the base of the cinnamon stick and the pumpkin, just to hold the raffia in place. And just tie another knot there. And now we're going to add the leaves on there. And the leaves are actually on a piece of wire, which is really nice because it allows you to bend the leaves in any direction that you would like. Once I finish with that raffia, I'm actually going to trim it so that it is long, as I want it to be. The leaves, you just take some glue at the bottom of the wire and just stick it down inside that hole by the cinnamon stick, and that completes your little pumpkin. I think I made about 4 of these in about 30 minutes. They go really fast. This is not my idea, okay? I was inspired by Mama Dares to DIY. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. She's adorable, and I will link her channel at the bottom. Now we got to put these pumpkins in something, so I purchased this bowl here, or this bucket, at the Dollar Tree, and I sprayed it with Rust-Oleum, 2 coats of white flat paint, and then I also bought this Dollar Tree burlap trim, and using the glue gun I adhered it around the bucket. Now here's where things kind of changed up a bit here for me, because that's just the way I tend to create. I'll be on a roll about something, and then I'll decide, oh, I don't like it, and I take it apart and do it a different way. So at first I bought this this really cute little thankful metal word sign at the Dollar Tree. It came in a package of 3, and I was going to glue it with these 6,000 on the burlap strip, and I'm using this rope here just to tie that sign on, just to hold it in place while the glue was drying. That's all the purpose of this rope was originally going to be used for. but I end up not liking the way it looks. And you'll see that in just a moment. So I'm just holding it in place right now. That's all I'm doing. And I go, no, I don't like that. I end up taking the rope off and the sign and gluing the rope around on top of the burlap ribbon, and then gluing the thankful sign on top of the nautical rope, which you'll see. So here I'm taking it all apart. I'm going, nope, I don't like that. This is very typical of me. There you go. I like that better. Okay, now I'm using some tissue paper, just bunching it up. Also got at the Dollar Tree. Stick it in there just to provide some height. And then at the Dollar Tree, I also got Spanish moss. I love Spanish moss for use of filler. It's great. And I add that to the bucket, spread it all out. I'm also going to take some of that Spanish moss and I'm going to add it in between and behind the thankful sign at the front of the tub, which you'll see in a minute. But first here I'm grabbing a little bit more raffia and I'm kind of mixing it up just to bring out that lighter color. And then these little handles here, they just seemed a little plain. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to wrap some jute around it, which I also got at the Dollar Tree. I get this in the automotive section. And I'm just wrapping the jute around the entire handles. So it kind of brings in that burlap, organic look. And then see there, I've got the Spanish moss, which I've added to the front of the tub behind the thankful, and then it hides all your glue and everything that you use to adhere that sign on your tub. Once that's all done, I took some also Dollar Tree florals, cut little sprigs of them. I picked out the colors of like my pumpkins and added those also in and between the letters on the front of the tub so that it dresses up the front of that as well. You'll see that in just a second. And there you go. That's the finished tub. I think it turned out really, really cute. And now my pumpkins have a place to sit. So I hope you enjoyed this. I thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day and happy fall.